untrustworthy, unloving. It's an interesting word there. I want to just pause on that because we're talking about nurture. And that word unloving is this word astorgos or astorge. Do you know what storge is? Anyone? Quiz time? Do you know what storge is? It is love of affection. Because there's different forms of the word love in the Greek, and really in English we should, because we say I love pizza, I love God. Okay, it's two totally different things. Storge is affection. And Paul is saying here, this astorgos or astorge, it's without natural affection. Okay, so the A in front of it, without healthy affection. Okay, without natural affection, unsociable, inhuman, unloving. So what we're seeing in culture is we are branching off from the God-intended aspect of identity, sexual identity, male, female, drifting from that, drifting from how sex is to be expressed, right? And he talked about sexual immorality, all that's going on, how it's to be expressed. But what is it leading back to? It's leading back to proper nurture and affection being established in our hearts. This is so important because those of you that battle sexual temptation, pornography, sexual struggles, promiscuous lifestyle, wherever it's going, if you follow the trail, what you need is you need a hug. You need the natural God-given design of what affection should be to bring you in, to comfort you. That's why I teach so much on the it's okay, you're not okay. What am I doing? I'm actually teaching you nurture. I'm teaching you how to self-nurture, how to connect to God's love for you so that you can start learning, because nurture teaches us. We got to get trained. Emotionally trained on how to deal with our emotions. Nurture does that. Nurture calibrates your emotions. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You're feeling this. It's okay. You walk steadily through it, and you learn how to develop self-control, how to mature in your emotions. We live today in a culture that's manifesting unloving. It's manifesting astorge without natural affection. So this happens in the simplest of ways. We're so uncomfortable with affection, it typically goes sexual. So I'll tell you that, some of you are going to crack up and laughing. I'll guarantee there's a number of people watching this broadcast when I said the word breasts, they went right, sexual, right? Don't condemn yourself. That's not what I'm saying. I'm using it as an example. We are uncomfortable with proximity, connection. I mean, when was the last time you were hugged? In your sexual battles, what you're needing is you're needing nurture. You're needing comfort. And what the father of lies wants to do is take that need and go, here, I've got a route for you to take it, to train you down pathways that are also astorge, without natural affection and harmful to you because of that absence of love. So it keeps a cycle going where it's now out of that lack of nurture, you reach out for things that are unnurturing, but we're pulled into them anyways. And then you're left at the end of it feeling guilt and shame because you watched pornography or you acted out or you followed through or whatever happened and took place. But we stay in that cycle over and over again. The cycle stops when we start to learn how to tend to our needs in healthy nurture, to first of all receive the nurture that God has from you, and to stop being an enemy to yourself and start becoming a vessel of nurture towards yourself, recognizing when you have needs, recognizing when you're starting to stress out, recognizing when you're having tough days, to be a voice to yourself of nurture, recognizing, hey, I didn't get this in the way that I needed growing up. Were you hugged growing up? Were you connected in that way? Were you taught how to walk through your emotions? Were you taught how to process through an emotion? No wonder we're living in an unloving environment. It's a big part of this. At the end of a rough day, what do you do? Now, most people go to their addictions. Some are addictions that are harmful. Some are addictions that, we could kind of go back and forth, whatever. But we go to something because we don't know how to receive from God. We also don't know how to relate to ourselves. Right? So we go to food, we go to a substance, we go to something that sexually now charges a longing for dopamine. And that's a big part if you struggle, for example, with pornography. Pornography becomes a pull of dopamine, but it doesn't let you realize what you need to be nerdy. What you need is oxytocin. Oxytocin is that chemical gets released when you hug or you embrace or you go, you're connected to someone you love. We're so empty and depleted on that. We go for the drug. We go for the high. And so we're trying to break our pornography addictions, and we're not getting to the root though. And the root is normal affection. The root is normal nurture.